Welcome to the real world. This is the Matrix. Everything you see surrounding us right now is all just an illusion. How's it going, Roxy, Roxanne Wolf official? How's it going? Welcome to a simulation of Rosy the Rascal's room. How's it going, NS55? I just came back from the Matrix program, and I know Kung Fu and a lot of things. No, I'm just kidding, guys. What's up, guys? Rosy Rascal 15. I'm not going to do that voice forever. And Merry Christmas. I mean, I know it's the holiday, so yeah. I'm doing great, NS55. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing great. Excuse me. Juju's Jungle, how's it going? Ben Lee Guy, how's it going? You're late. It's okay. You're not late. The stream just started about a minute ago. How's everyone doing? Doing great. All right. We are here to discuss the Matrix trilogy, and I'm probably going to take this hat off. I'm not going to wear this. I mean, I love wearing Christmas hats, but I'm doing good. I'm gonna leave the glasses on because it's the Matrix. I'm not high or anything or drunk. Thanks, NS55. He said I have a nice Christmas hat. Thank you. Let me just fix my seat real quick here. Oh boy. I need to adjust my seat here. All right. All right. Is that better? All right. Perfect. There we go. Apologize if the room's a little dark. How's everybody doing? How's everyone doing? Great. Hope everybody's having a happy holiday. Oh, I don't know why I called you NS55. I should have called you Mr. NS55. Should have did that. Like the Smiths from Matrix. You know, Hugo Weaving's easily the best thing I love about that franchise. I really love. I'm watching this movie because Keanu Reeves. Yeah, I think a lot of people love The Matrix for Keanu Reeves. I mean, I love the movie for a lot of reasons. I love well, specifically, I love the first Matrix, and I think its two sequels are decent. They're okay. I'll talk more about them right now. I'm just waiting till more people get into the chat here. I'm waiting for everyone to get it. Wow, only one person is on the stream. They must have been. Wait, that's weird. My thing says one person's on the stream, but there's multiple people. I don't know. Hope NS55 didn't leave. Maybe he got scared. NS55, you're in the chat. Please type I'm here because I don't know. There's only two people it says on the stream. I don't know if that's true or not. That would suck. I hope he didn't leave. That would suck. What's up, Bentley guy? How's it going? How's it going, Gay Plays? How's it going, Miss Fortune? How's it going, everyone? Hope you're all enjoying your days. Hope you're all enjoying your weekend. Hope you're enjoying your week. Yes, he's still online. That's weird. It only says one person's online. I guess it must be a glitch in the Matrix. I have to take out my phone. Bleak. I better call the operator and find out what's going on. I'm just joking. Have I seen No Way Home? No, Gay Place. I have not seen that Matrix simulation yet. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen the man known as Peter Parker. No, I'm just joking. No, I haven't seen the new Spider-Man movie. Oh, cool. It is 55. You watched the Rambo trilogy. I really like the Rambo movies. First Blood's one of my favorite movies of all time, and Rambo First Blood Part 2 and Rambo 3 I think, are decent sequels. Wow, you watched Die Hard 1 and 2 and Point Break. I love the Die Hard movies with the exception of the fifth one. I think the fifth one was a pretty bad movie, but every other Die Hard film I love them. I love Die Hard 2, Die Hard with a Vengeance, and Live Free and Die Hard. I feel like Live Free or Die Hard's a very underrated Die Hard movie. It gets too much hate just because it's the guy who directed the Underworld movies. Vin Lee guy, bro moments. Yep. Jordan Cameron, how's it going? First Blood is the best, by the way. First Blood is the best Rambo movie. All right, but we're not talking about Rambo today. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Matrix. And if you guys haven't seen The Matrix, you're missing out on a really good, fantastic action movie. Sci-fi, noir. It's got cyberpunk things in it. Oh, NS55, yes, you should check out Die Hard 3. You're really missing out. It's a really good sequel. Probably, one of the best sequels in the franchise because it's directed by John McTiernan, who made the first Die Hard, and I love Sam Jackson in the movie. Anyways, and Jeremy Irons is really good as the villain. Anyways, we're not talking about Die Hard. We're talking about The Matrix. So, The Matrix 1999 was a basically a marvel of a film. It was a movie that involved a lot of, groundbreaking special effects and, the bullet time mode, as they call it in the movie, where everything has a slow mo effect. Jay Dope says he loves the Matrix trilogy. I'm glad you do. Yeah, the first Matrix is one of my favorites. Uh-oh. Then Lee guy says, Mr. Anderson, we have been expecting you. Oh, you've been expecting me, huh? Well, guess what? I know Kung Fu. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, I actually recently watched the entire trilogy this past week for a preparation of the fourth movie that is supposed to come out actually tonight. It's supposed to come out tonight on HBO Max and in theaters, which is called The Matrix Resurrections, I believe that's what it's called. Yeah. No, no problem, Jay Diaper. Excuse me, I said Jay Diaper. I'm sorry, I read your name wrong. Jay Dope, I said Jay Diaper. I owe you an apology. You can make fun of me for that. Uh, Trunks Brief says, "Hey, I messed around in his videos." Willie Jackson says, "The Matrix felt like a world building movie." Yeah, The Matrix is a very immersive movie. The first one, especially, it has a really like when you watch the film, the first thing that catches your attention is like you're like, okay, this is very different from a lot of sci-fi films. In fact, I would go as far as saying that this is probably one of my favorite sci-fi universes. It's not the Terminator or Blade Runner. I really like Blade Runner. NS55, you plan on watching The Matrix Resurrections? Well, I hope you enjoy it. I've been hearing pretty good things about it. Although there have been some mixed things, but to be fair, The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Resurrections also got mixed reviews. I know the third Matrix is considered by most Matrix fans as the worst one in the trilogy, but it's not that bad of a film. I just think it had some really bad issues with its like it didn't satisfy a lot of fans because it didn't what's with the sunglasses? Because we're in the Matrix and you have to wear sunglasses because wearing sunglasses is probably putting sunglasses in the Matrix is like wearing your underwear. You just always automatically have to have it on. I would say people would compare the Terminator to the Matrix a lot. I mean, they're very similar in the sense that they're movies about machines being seen as a we need machines to survive, but machines can also destroy us kind of movies. And not to mention they're both sci-fi. Willie Jackson, just to answer your question. But yeah, The Matrix, I mean, one of the best action sci-fi films. I really like the fact that this was a movie that Keanu Reeves wasn't even going to be in the movie. It was actually going to be Will Smith that was supposed to be the main actor in the movie. But I don't know. I think Will Smith turned it down so he can do the movie Wild Wild West, which it's not a great movie, but the song's amazing. NS55 asks, "Have I seen Highlander?" No, I haven't, but I know that it has Christopher Lambert, who's the guy who played Raiden in the Mortal Kombat movie, which I've seen Mortal Kombat, and I love that movie. I know that he's from that movie, and I haven't seen Highlander, but although I've heard the sequels are pretty horrible. Anyways, the Matrix. Oh, someone says you're probably going to hate me, but I only seen half of the first Matrix. Still haven't watched the rest. That was 2 years ago. Trunks Breeze, that's okay. I'm not gonna hate you. You probably didn't finish the movie because more than anything, it was a movie that you maybe got busy with, or maybe you kind of just detuned it, which it happens with a lot of people. Apologize if the lighting is kind of dark in my room, guys. Again, one of my lights just burned out, so I have to replace that tomorrow. But yeah, the first Matrix again. I like it because it's a movie that has like philosophy, religious tones, and sci-fi combined all in one. Like the movie has a lot of themes about like, well, without getting preachy teachy here, the movie has a lot of themes that can be references to like the Bible, where like the names from characters or even the ships they write are all characters from the Bible, from Christian, like uh, Jason Benfield says, "I hate the Matrix." Jason, I don't know how to tell you this, but this is a Matrix review stream. If you don't like the Matrix, you can leave. Okay, I'm just this guy, Jason. Jason, I don't mean to call you out, but if you hate the Matrix, don't watch a review for the Matrix. That's like saying I hate ice cream and I go to Dairy Queen to get myself a Blizzard. It's a no brain moment, man. No offense. You shouldn't go in here thinking I'm not going to talk about the Matrix. Um, the Matrix was one of the first movies you watched as a child. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, NS-55. I used to think The Matrix was a PG-13 film. Honestly, it's kind of a very tame rated R film. It's a very tame rated R movie for me. The first Matrix. I know the second and third one had a little more like the second movie had that like really like that had that sex scene in there, and the third one, I would say the worst thing I saw in the third one was maybe like the S&M club in the movie, but that's about it. The first one can, I think today the first Matrix can pass off as a PG-13 movie. Honestly. Someone said that the only thing to dislike about the movie is the religious undertones. Yeah, the religious undertones, like in the first Matrix, it's a little bit subtle. In part two and three, it's really, really heavy-handed. Uh, yeah, not to mention the video games were rated teen. Yeah, the Matrix video games were rated teen for teen, which I also thought the movies were PG-13 because I thought, oh, the games are for teenagers, or the movies like, no, this is an R-rated franchise. Even the fourth one that's coming out is also R-rated. Um, but yeah, Trunks Free says, what happened to your friend that you did the first randomness video with? I already talked about this in another video. He just moved away, guys. That's it. I'll leave it at that. I've already talked about that before. Someone asked me, will I review the Matrix Fortnite skins? No, because I don't like Fortnite. Um, yeah, the Matrix 1, like I said, has a lot of good action in it. Some of the best action scenes of all time are in that movie. I really like the lobby shootout scene. It's probably one of the most iconic scenes in the movie. Uh, yeah, someone asked me if I can do a recap of the Matrix films. You're right. Okay, because I'm not assuming everybody's seen the Matrix on here. Okay, just to give you an idea what the hell the Matrix is, or like what is the Matrix, even that was the advertising they did back then. I'm just gonna sum up the first three movies in a nutshell as best as I can because they get very complicated. So there is a character named Thomas Anderson, who's played by Keanu Reeves. He's supposed to be this hacker that goes under the hacker name alias Neo, and he actually gets called by what does he get called by? He gets called by I think he chats with somebody, and he's chatting with I believe it's Morpheus, or I think it's Trinity. I don't remember who it was. But he's chatting with somebody, and they tell them like to follow the White Rabbit, and basically he's supposed to go to a nightclub to meet up with the person he's been talking to, and throughout the movie. He's being chased and stalked by these people in agent suits. Like he's being stalked by people that look like me. They have nice comb hair, they got shades, and they talk like this. They talk very calculated and very well informed, like they already know everything about you. But the movie is that like Thomas Anderson, again played by Keanu Reeves, is just going to his job. He works at an office, and he gets stopped by these agents, and he gets pulled into questioning, and these agents are basically going over the fact that they have like detailed files on him. They know who he is, what his alias is, and they're offering him a chance to like turn over a new leaf to stop doing what he's doing. And of course, Keanu Reeves doesn't agree with their terms, gives them the middle finger, and says, "Give me my phone call." And they do something pretty terrifying in that scene. They actually say, "Well, Mr. Anderson, what good is a phone call if you don't have the ability to speak?" And then they sew like his mouth just completely sews shut. Like his mouth just like glues his like it looks like his mouth just like gets sewn shut. And they get this like little robot device and they put it inside his stomach. And he wakes up. He's like, "Oh my god, that was a terrible dream." But then he finds out, nope, it wasn't a dream. In fact, the Trinity finds where Neil's at in his hotel, or I think it's an apartment complex, and basically she shows him who Morpheus is, who he's been chatting with, and yeah, in the movie, it's in the movie I'm trying to remember. In the movie, yeah, he meets Morpheus, and then there's that very iconic, the red pill and the blue pill, and basically the red pill is supposed to make him, quote unquote, go down further the rabbit hole and go continue to Wonderland, which is an Alice in Wonderland reference, and then the blue pill is supposed to be like, he just goes back to his normal life, and yeah. Uh, It's crazy. It's a really good movie. Again, I don't want to go into too many spoilers with the first Matrix, because I know not everybody here has seen it, but that's the first movie in a nutshell. Basically, it's about a guy who's a hacker who takes a journey into a different world where he finds out that different world might actually be the real world, and the world he's been living in has been a fantasy slash dream. It's a really good movie. Again, but it's a little bit deeper than that. But that's basically the plot of the movie. And Morpheus, who's supposed to be like this man who's like seen as an idol in the Matrix, is supposed to be like believing in the fact that he thinks Keanu Reeves might be like a savior for this universe. And it's again, it's a lot deeper than that. There's a lot of religious undertones, a lot of symbolisms to a lot of religious things, and it's a lot of deep narratives. And the sequels really get convoluted with the plot. It's the only thing I don't like for it. Someone Willie Jackson says from the Matrix. The Matrix is an 8.1 out of 10. Great movie, but has its flaws. Oh yeah, this the first Matrix is by no means a perfect film. I mean, obviously, the one thing I would admit that the Matrix for me is not really, I guess, not great in is that NS55 says you've only seen parts of Reload and Revolutions. Okay, if you only seen parts of it, uh, that's probably the best way I can explain Reload and Revolutions, because that movie's only great in parts because the story really loses me after the first like half of the second movie, and then I just stopped caring when I got to part three. Um, Then Lee Guy says I have not watched all the Matrix movies. Oh, yeah, you should check them out. I mean, they're on HBO Max. If you have HBO Max, you can check them out. Or sometimes I would always see the Matrix movies at the pawn shop, so you can mostly find them there. Or you could just watch them. They're available on anything. You could stream them, find them at a pawn shop. I don't care. Buy them on Amazon. I don't know. However you want to watch them. Just I recommend the first one. I really like the first Matrix. Like I said, it's a really good movie. I love the soundtrack by Don Davis, and I love a lot of the bands they got. They got Rob Zombie in there, Radiohead, and there's so many bands in there. I think System of a Down's in there, and all those wonderful '90s bands that I just miss. Honestly, the soundtrack to The Matrix is a lot like the movie The Crow. The one with Brandon Lee, where I'm like, I love the soundtrack to this movie. Honestly, I think the music to this movie might be even more iconic than the film it is. At least that's my opinion. Um, yeah, the first Matrix, again, what a wonderful movie. And I love the cast. I mean, I love Lawrence Fishburne as Morpheus. I love, I'm trying to remember the name of the actress that plays Trinity. Isn't it like Carrie? No, not Carrie. Yeah, isn't it Carrie something like Carrie Ann Moss? I think that's her name. I think that's her name. Yeah. I love her too. She's a very beautiful actress, and she did most of her stunts. NS55 says, I can never forget the soundtrack to The Matrix. Yep, it's one of the best. I love the soundtrack to The Matrix. It's really epic, very iconic. Especially that song. It's called, by great, I mean excellent. Yeah. One of the most famous songs in the first Matrix is a song called Club to Death. It's the song that plays when Morpheus is talking to Neo, when he's in the streets and he sees the woman in the red dress. That song in the background is really iconic. It's called Club to Death. Look that song up on YouTube. I think the song has like 90 million views. It's a very iconic song. Hey, what's up? Oh man, I didn't get to see your name. Hang on, I'll read your names right now. I'm gonna do my best to read some of the comments, guys. And in case you're wondering why I'm wearing shades, it's because the characters in the Matrix wear shades. I don't want you guys to think I'm wearing this because I had like a really bad hangover. No, that's still New Year's. I'll probably have a hangover on New Year's. Um, Someone said they haven't seen me in a long time. Hey, if you're stopping by, yes, I'm still alive. I'm not dead, at least not yet. But hey, thanks for stopping by. I'm doing a review for the Matrix trilogy. But yeah, Keanu Reeves is great in the movie. I know some people don't like him as an actor, but say what you want about his acting. I think he's a wonderful person in RL. I know that Keanu Reeves is a really nice person. Excuse me, I just hiccup there. I know Keanu Reeves does a lot of great things. I've seen videos of him where he's like giving his train, like he was on a train or a subway. Yeah, I think he's on a subway train, and he offers his like seat to an elderly lady. I thought that was really cool of him. Um, it was Salem 1104. Sorry, you're the one that asked me. Yeah, I'm doing great by the way. I hope you're doing great too. Um, Yeah, Keanu Reeves is just a nice person. He's always donating to stuff, and he just seems like a nice person. He's not. He's the most anti-Hollywood actor, if that makes sense. Like he works for Hollywood, but he doesn't act like Hollywood. He's very down to earth and he's very kind. So power to him. And he's also a really good physical actor. He doesn't. He does not half-ass it when it comes to the action scenes. When it comes to The Matrix or Point Break or Speed or the John Wick movies, I'm sure everybody knows Keanu Reeves, especially if you're a kid into like if you grew up right, like if you're a kid right now, like maybe you're like 15, 16 years old, I'm sure you all seen the John Wick movies, and yeah, he's pretty much iconic for those roles. I mean, he's done a lot of movies too before that. I mean, obviously I'm always going to think of Keanu Reeves from Bill and Ted. I mean, that's always the movie I think of when I think of Keanu Reeves. How do you not think of Bill and Ted? Excellent, guitar riff. um But yeah, the first one, again, I'm beating a dead horse here, but first one's great. Hugo Weaving, by the way, again, the guy who plays the agent Smith in the movie. I couldn't think of a better actor to play him. I don't want any other actor to play him, but I hear the fourth movie he's being played by somebody else, and that's a big mistake. Only Hugo Weaving can play Agent Smith. There's only one person that can pull off that Mr. Anderson and that tone he speaks with. I just love him. I love him. He's a wonderful actor. He's been in so many movies. He's been in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. He's been in you know, uh, V for Vendetta. He's been in so many other films. I mean, he's been in a lot of movies, but I'm just naming some of the ones that I love him personally in. Um, Damn. But then we get to the second Matrix where, and this might be a spoiler for the first movie, so if you don't want to hear any more of spoilers or you haven't seen the Matrix trilogy, I recommend just leaving the live stream right now and go out and watch the first. Go and watch the first one. I would give honestly the first Matrix like a solid like. I want to give it like a solid. I'm gonna give it a solid 9.5 out of 10. I think it's pretty much a near perfect movie. My only flaw with it is just that I guess sometimes the story can be a little bit confusing, but honestly, it's not as confusing as its sequels. And then you get to the second Matrix, where Matrix Reloaded, where again, this is gonna spoil the first one. So after Neo defeats Smith and pretty much defeats the whole, evil, well, because the Smiths are supposed to be considered like the virus in the Matrix universe. Neo basically, he's the one. He found out he's got like the ability to fly and stop bullets and just not, he's very like he's basically Superman. Willie Jackson says he's not a fan of bullet time. No, I mean even the Wachowskis kind of stopped doing the bullet time because unfortunately it's been parodied to death. I mean everybody knows about the parodies of Matrix more than the actual movie as well. I mean Matrix has been parodied in a lot of movies. Shrek, Without a Paddle, Deuce Bigelow. What was that movie? Kung Pao. It's been parodied in a lot of movies. A lot of movies make fun of the Matrix. Um, but Matrix Reloaded for me, it just got a little too convoluted for me. I really didn't like the fact that it started to go a little too preachy teachy. The dialogue got really convoluted for me. It almost came off like the Star Wars prequels, where in the Matrix sequels, like Reloaded and Revolutions, they went too much like the Star Wars prequel, where they started to focus too much on like really, really heavy-handed, boring dialogue and just things where you're like, I just don't care. This is kind of boring. And then you have really good action scenes. Like The Matrix Reloaded has one of the best action scenes in the entire trilogy for me. That I really love that highway chase scene. It's one of the best. I love the music that plays in that scene, and I love the cinematography. It holds up really well. It's one of the best action scenes of all time in the entire trilogy. I also like that Chatu fight scene where Neo's fighting all those henchmen of the French guy. I forget what his name is, but he's supposed to be quote unquote the devil of the Matrix. Um, I also like in the second one that you get more of like Zion because Zion is supposed to be like the world in the Matrix. This is like the city that Tank. He's a character in the first Matrix. He's supposed to be the operator that sends in all the characters into the Matrix program. Tank is supposed to be the operator in that first one, although he doesn't come back in the second movie. I don't know the actor's name, but he doesn't come out in the second one because I think he didn't. I think he turned it down because of money issues or something like that. I forget the reasoning why. I don't know why, but the actor who played Tank in the first Matrix, he didn't come out in the second one, and it really was disappointing for me. But yeah, I really love the fight scenes in the second movie. The burly brawl where Neo's fighting all the Smiths. That's a very iconic fight scene. Although some of the CGI in that scene is really dated and hasn't aged well. It looks kind of like a cartoon. I still enjoy the second one, but for me, the story just it wasn't as good of a story as the first one. It ended up being more setup and filler rather than a compelling story. It didn't really have a story. It was really just like set up for like a bigger movie universe. Like it was all set up and no payoff. Does that make sense? And then the third one for me also had the same issues where it was even like for me the third one was even worse because it had even less action, and the action scenes that were in there were not as good as the first two. But I did like the final fight scene with Neo fighting Smith, where they're flying up in the sky and doing like Dragon Ball Z shit. I like that, and the third one had an amazing soundtrack as well. I mean, all these three movies have great music. Look, one thing that's consistent in this trilogy, the soundtrack is great, the cinematography is great, and it has all the actors for the most part. For the most part, although two actors left, one of them, excuse me, left, and one of them passed away. So that's a shame. The actress who played the Oracle was supposed to be like the mother of the Matrix. She's kind of she got replaced in the third one because the actress had passed away, which was pretty sad. But yeah, I like the second one just for its action scenes and everything else about it. For me, it just missed the mark. The biggest problem I have with part two and three is that if you're supposed to play the video game and read some of the comics and watch the Animatrix, which is an animated Matrix movie, where if you're not watching that, if you haven't seen the Animatrix or you haven't played the video game, you know, oh, NS55 is an anime subdub. No. It's called the Animatrix. It's a animated feature film. Excuse me, I just burped. It's done by various filmmakers and artists. I do believe there are some Japanese filmmakers and Japanese people that were involved, and then there's some Western directors that were involved in it. I could be wrong, but I know it was really well received. But I haven't seen it, so I can't comment on it. Unfortunately, I haven't. I didn't get to. I didn't have time to see it before I did the live stream. I was only focusing on watching the Matrix trilogy, which by the way, part two and part three, they like I said, the biggest problem is they wanted you to play the Enter the Matrix game, watch the Animatrix, and read some of the comics. And for me, that's a big no no. You do not make a sequel to a movie where you set up all the story and the spin-offs and other media. That's not how you do a sequel. You're supposed to make spin-offs and other material so you can add to the movie's universe. Not that you have to experience this, otherwise you're missing out on the story. That was the biggest mistake that the second Matrix did, where it wanted you to be like, okay, you already played Enter the Matrix, so you know who these characters are. Like Jada Pinkett Smith's character, she's a main character in that game, and there's a character called Ghost, who's like her friend and slash partner in the game. They're in the second Matrix, but you'll only know who the hell they are if you played the game. And not everybody's a gamer. That's a big mistake the Wachowskis did. And then the Animatrix would explain who some of the side characters were. Because there's a character that, it's a young boy that loves Neo. He idolizes him. He's like, thank you for saving me from the Matrix. Thank you for saving me from the Matrix. And if you're just a casual moviegoer, you're going to be like, who the hell's this kid? It's like, if you didn't watch the Animatrix, you won't know who he is. Yeah, NS55, I'm serious. If you don't watch the sequels knowing the fact you didn't play the game, you didn't read the comics, you're going to miss out. You're going to be lost. And is that a big flaw with the second and third film? Yeah, it kind of is. You should only be able to play the game and read the comics and see the animated movie if you want to know more. Take it like how they did it with Star Wars. You have like the spin-offs, like when it came to the video games, or you had the spin-offs when it came to the TV shows. That's only there if you want to know a little bit more the behind the scenes stuff with certain characters or just a little more extra details in this universe. It should never be crucial that you have to experience that so you can enjoy the story. It's really bad. That's the one thing I have to say about the sequels. Again, the storytelling is not great. The dialogue also took a hit. The dialogue can be a little bit cringy at times and it can be really unintentionally funny. But what saves the movies is because the Wachowskis are really good at directing action scenes. They're really good at shooting movies, and they have a wonderful cast that saves these sequels for me calling them garbage. Because I don't love the sequels as much as some people do, but I love that first one. Honestly, I recommend just watching the first one. The first one is a really good movie, and you could tell it was supposed to be just a one off, but I think the first one was so damn popular, so damn good, they had to make sequels, and unfortunately, they didn't know where to go with the story because the second, third one, they don't end this trilogy on a good note, at least in my opinion. They ended on a note that's like, there you go, there's the ending. Like, to me, the first movie had a way better ending than any of these two sequels. The second one ends on a shitty cliffhanger, and the third one ends on a very, like, lame note. It's just, you can tell they didn't really have any ideas to make sequels. It just feels like cash grabs. And look, I know I sound like I'm being hard on the sequels, and I went into this video saying, like, I still enjoyed this trilogy. Like, I still had a shit ton of fun with this trilogy. Say what you want about the sequels, they still had fun action in it, but I will admit, these sequels were not as good as that first one, and honestly, it should have just been a one off. If you love the sequels, hey, power to you. Honestly, I would give The Matrix Reloaded like a. I would give it like a. I'm think the more I think about it, I think I'm gonna give it like a solid like. I'm gonna give it like a 6.5 out of 10, and the third one I'm gonna give it like a maybe like a 4 or a 5, maybe a 5. Maybe being giving it a 5 sounds too nice, and I think a 4. I know it sounds too harsh, but I'm gonna give Matrix Revolutions a 4 out of 10. Matrix Reloaded a 6.5, and the first one's a 9.5. I really don't like the sequels. I don't hate them, but I don't love them either. I just think they're either like the second one's average, and the third one I just think is pretty much mediocre. But again, I know some people love this trilogy, and again, if you love it, hey, power to you. But I did have fun watching this trilogy, and honestly, I'm still excited to see the fourth. Bleh, can't even speak today. I'm sorry, guys. I'm excited to see the fourth one. 6.55 and 4 out of 10. Damn, that was very harsh. But hey, it's your opinion, man. I respect it. You give the first one a 6.5, you give the second one a 5, and the third one a 4. Uh, what's this? Chuman says, you send me a greeting. Do you remember? Oh, I didn't get to read that because the chat disappeared. Sorry, I'll try to read your chat as best as I can, everybody. But that's gonna be it for the Matrix trilogy. Again, really good action scenes. I like the again overall with this trilogy. The best thing I can say about it is I like Keanu Reeves in this movie. I like Carrie Ann Moss as Trinity. I love Lawrence Fishburne as Morpheus, and I love Hugo Weaving as the agents. And everybody else is also wonderful too. I mean, there's some good side characters, but overall, I thought this trilogy was pretty much like you had a really solid first film, a decent second one, and then a mediocre third one, and that's how I would rank it. So just watch the first one, everybody. That's gonna be what I say. I know I didn't really talk too much about the sequels too much. I know you guys probably want me to go more in depth with them, but again, I could be here for like 4 hours just talking about one scene in The Matrix Reloaded because it's so deep with the themes and it's so heavy handed with its writing that it for me it just felt like I don't know. It felt like you were like at a college taking a really like important elective, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna take my shades off. I'm tired of wearing these. Wow. There you go. Now you guys can see my eyes. So there you go. I'm out of the Matrix program. I'm officially not under the Matrix program anymore. Sorry, my eyes are adjusting to like the light. Holy shit, that was bright. I didn't realize how bright it is in my room till now. Wow. Oh god. Okay, I shouldn't have worn the shades for that long. That was a bad idea. Not when my light is this bright. Willie Jackson says, "When will you review Christmas movies?" I don't know if I'm gonna do any Christmas movies this year. I wanted to do Plane, Trains, and Automobiles or Home Alone, but maybe next time. Yeah, Vinley guy says, "Where's Zach?" I don't know. He's probably doing some editing on his channel. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Who knows where he's at? I hope everybody enjoyed my review for these movies. I hope you all enjoyed what I had to say for them. And if you hate The Matrix, it's fine. I know it's not a movie for everyone, but you know, Willie Jackson says, "What about Elf?" I love Elf. The Will Ferrell movie. It's a great movie. But yeah, probably not gonna do any Christmas movies this year. And you can call me a Scrooge. You can probably type down in the chat like, "Oh, Rosie's a Scrooge." Humbug, humbug. Rosie's a Scrooge. He doesn't like Christmas. He probably got coal in his stocking last year. Excuse me. No, but I do recommend that first one. Go out and watch the first Matrix. Second one's a maybe. Third one you can skip it. Third one's really not great. Third one you could just if you didn't like the second or first one, don't even bother with the third one. Or if you didn't like the second movie, don't bother with the third one. Or if you didn't like the first one, I really don't recommend watching the sequels. You probably hate them even more. Um, The Matrix, great movie. Very, very, very good movie. Very influential. The Mastermind says, "Oh, you're all talking about movies?" Yes, Mastermind. It's something called reading. If you read the description slash title of the video, it says Rosie reviews the Matrix trilogy. That's why we're talking about movies. God damn, I can be a savage sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit of a savage, FYI. I'm joking. You're good. I'm just joking. Um, but yeah, I hope really everybody enjoyed my review. If you didn't, well, sorry. But if you haven't seen these movies, yeah, go check out the first one. You have HBO Max, go check it out there. Buy it on Blu-ray, 4K, whatever you want to watch it on. Maybe you have a VHS, go buy it on VHS. The movie actually did come on VHS. I don't know, go buy it on Laserdisc. I don't know, whatever. Just watch the movie. Watch the first Matrix. I don't care how you've seen it. Snake and the Eagle Shadow and Drunken Master. I never seen those two movies. Although I've seen Drunken Master 2 with Jackie Chan. I've seen Drunken Master 2. Drunken Master 2 is way better than the first one from what I've been told, but I've seen the second one only and it's fucking great. Someone said I had to pop off for a second, whatever that means. Damn, Rosie having to pop off for a sec. I don't know what that means, but I don't speak that slang, guys. I'm just joking. That's true. That is true. Yoon Woo Ping was actually the fine director. That's true. He did. Thank you. Thank you. I actually was going to talk about the fact that yeah, he's the guy who did all the he did all the cinematography. He did all the the choreographing for those movies. Yes, and I have seen Hidden Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I love Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. That's a phenomenal movie. That's one of the best movies of all time. I love Ang Lee as a director. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't like his version of Hulk, but I thought it was decent. And of course, he made Life of Pi, which is really good, as well as Kill Bill. Yeah, he also did Kill Bill as well. Again, the movies benefit from having a really good just people involved with the project. But yeah, hey, someone said, "How's it going, Jerry?" And I cannot read your name. I'm sorry. I apologize. I cannot read that Japanese, or I don't know what language it is. I can't read. I don't want to say Japanese. That's being racist. I don't understand what that Asian dialect is. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to be racist, but I can't read that. Sorry, but thank you. I'm doing great, by the way. Chairman says, "Can you show your Sonic plush, please? Don't ignore this comment." I didn't ignore your comment. I just read it, so you're welcome. And no, you can't see my Sonic plush. Okay, this isn't about you. Okay, it is Japanese. Okay, all right. Sorry about that. I thought it. Honestly, I didn't know it was Japanese. I just thought, Willie Jackson says, "I thought you liked Japanese." Yeah, I love Japanese, but I don't understand it. It's like me. I love women, but I don't understand them. Honestly, I still don't understand them, but I love them. Hopefully, I didn't piss off any of my female audience watching this. I'm just that was a joke, by the way. I love all women. Okay, respect them. Be treat them nice and respect them, and vice versa. Women treat guys nice too. If a guy's nice to you, treat him nice. All right, this became a Matrix stream and became a counseling stream. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. All right, guys, I'm going to cut the stream in like 5 more minutes, and that's it. If you guys want to leave any comments or feedback, hopefully you guys enjoyed my little review for this movie. Excuse me, this trilogy. Do you prefer anime sub, Japanese with English subtitles, or dub English? Depends. It depends on S55. There's some animes where I prefer the dub, like Death Note or Cowboy Bebop especially. Those are ones where I prefer it with an English dub. And then there's some where the English dub can be fucking terrible, and you're like, no, you have no choice but to listen to in Japanese. So that answers your question. Some animes, if it's got an English dub and it's better, I'll go with English dub. If the English dub is horrendous and horrible, stick to the Japanese dub with English subtitles. Chuman asks, what will happen if Sonic is in the Matrix? I don't know. I think Sonic would probably break the Matrix because he runs real fast. I don't know. Honestly, I would want to see a Sonic game where it takes place in the Matrix universe. That'd actually be kind of cool. Well, I guess the closest thing we got to that was when Sonic was doing Speed Highway or whatever that level is called. You know, the level from Sonic Adventure when he's being chased by all the police. That can be the closest thing to Sonic being in the Matrix. Someone says, have you watched the hell of a trailer 2022? Oh, John Kill 537. No, I haven't. I've seen the show. I've seen it. Gonzalo says, hi again. Sorry if I'm late. I was watching Medea. Oh, which Medea were you watching? Or do you mean you were just watching like Tyler Perry? Excuse me. Whoa, gross. Sorry. I apologize, guys. I hope one day somebody makes a compilation of all my belches and all my videos. I'm sure somebody's already doing that. I'm sure there's some people out there that's like, let me make a compilation of all of Rosy's burps. I do remember when I made the Lost World Sonic parody. Oh, Truman says my name is a JoJo reference. That's pretty cool. Oh, you're watching Boo Medea Halloween. Interesting. You're making a Halloween. You're watching a Halloween movie during Christmas time. What game made you cry? What game made me cry? The only video games that ever made me cry were like Metal Gear Solid and Silent Hill. That's about it. Hey, thanks, Genova. He says, I used to watch a lot of your videos back in 2014. Hope you're doing great. Yeah, I'm doing great, by the way, and hope you're doing awesome too. I'm glad you're still making content. Thanks. Uh, Person with Japanese name says, did you watch the new Spider-Man? No, I haven't because it's completely packed at the theaters, and I don't want to be around that many people. True Man says, my Doritos, where are my Doritos? Yep, reference to one of my old videos. That was a reference to one of the old videos I did. Bentley guy, I can still do Phil's voice, but I'm not going to do it right now because my parents are asleep. All right, guys, again, 5 more minutes. I'm going to stop 5 more minutes. If you have any questions or you want to send me anything, I'll read it right now. And that's it, guys. Any trio you would like to mention from one of your pre-2016 videos? Probably in a future video in S55. I'll most likely make a video where maybe I'll do a commentary track, but plans for right now? No, not really. I don't have any plans right now. What movies am I not looking forward to? I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that question. I don't know what movies are even coming out next year. So, can't answer that question, sorry. Any questions, guys? Don't be afraid to ask. So I gotta wait for this. I don't know why my internet's real slow today, so the comments are coming in slow, guys. I apologize. People say that my favorite Resident Evil game is Mario Party 7. Another reference. Vinley guy, I love the references you're making. How about you try? You can actually ask me a question that's, not a reference to one of my old videos, okay? Miles says, hello. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? Salem says, what would I do for a Klondike bar? I don't know. I'd probably just eat the damn thing. Willie Jackson says, Mario Party 1 didn't age well. Well, no shit. It's a game from 1998, dude. Truman says, look how I remember when I saw you as a child. I don't get that. NS55 says, when are you planning to do another top 10, top 15 video? I'm probably gonna do it possibly later this week. I'm gonna actually do a Mortal Kombat waifu tier list. That's gonna be my next video. And if you want to check that out, please leave a comment. And also, please leave a comment on my last video, guys. If you haven't seen it, I did a top 15 Resident Evil games of all time. Check that out. It's on my channel. I inserted a plug in there. I inserted one of my videos there. Sorry, guys. Couldn't resist. Bentley guy says, you like Klondike bar? Haven't eaten them in a long time, but I like ice cream. One of my favorite ice cream things to eat is like cookies and cream or cookie dough ice cream. And yes, I know the Klondike bar is a reference to one of my old videos. In case that guy's gonna, please don't be that person type like, Rosie, did you get the reference? I'm referencing the Klondike bar video. Like, I know. NS55 says, also, could you make the worst to best Sonic games? Oh, that's easy. Yeah, I just put every Sonic game that's after 1994. Those will be all the worst Sonic games. I'm joking. I probably triggered a lot of Sonic fans. I'm just kidding. Yeah, one day maybe I'll do a top 15, top 20 Sonic games from best to worst. I'll probably do that in the future. But I haven't played Sonic in a long, long, long time. I haven't been up to speed with Sonic. Get it? Up to speed with Sonic? Sorry, it's a shitty joke. I'm sorry, guys, if I sound like real serious or real tired, it's because I am. I've had a long day, guys. Sorry. I hope you guys can not think I'm being mean to anyone. I hope I don't come off mean, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit of a savage, I know. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had that ice cream brand NS55. My favorite ice cream brand is Bluebell. I like Bluebell ice cream. I've never been a Ben and Jerry's fan. I always thought Ben and Jerry's was always like overrated. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Vinley guy says worst Sonic game is Sonic 06. I agree to disagree. I think that game gets too much hate. It's not a great game. It's a pretty bad game, but I think Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric is way worse, and I think Sonic Chronicles on the DS is a much worse game, especially the soundtrack. The soundtrack is fucking terrible. It sucks. It's one of the worst soundtracks ever. It's a bad soundtrack. Uh, John Kill 537 says, am I going to do a Christmas stream? No, I will not. Yeah, I will not be doing a Christmas stream. I'm actually going to be spending time with my friends and family on Christmas Day. Hope you guys understand that. And if you guys want me to just be in front of a camera on Christmas Day, you got some serious issues. You know that? I'm just joking. But no, I'm going to be spending Christmas with my family, guys. So I'm going to be taking a break. I'm probably going to be taking a break off of YouTube for about like a week after Christmas because I want to spend time with my friends and family, guys. It's the holidays. You should all be spending time with your friends and families. And if you hate your friends and families, well, damn. I mean, damn. I'm sorry. Hello, question from Suromedica? They say, are you still awaiting the release of Matrix Resurrection on EEUU? What the hell's EEUU? I don't know what that is. But yeah, no, yeah, I want to see the fourth one. NS55 said, is it true you sold most of your PS3 games? Yes, I did. And I don't know where you got that information. You're not stalking me, are you? I'm just joking, NS55. But yeah, I don't have most of my PS3 games anymore. I got rid of them. I had to sell them because I had to buy some drug money because I was going through, like, I ate a bunch of marijuana brown. I'm just joking, guys. Obviously, I'm joking. Salam1104, gotta go. Hope this was, oh, you gotta go? All right, take care, man. Have a great one. John Kill 537 says that's reasonable. Spend time with your family. Absolutely. Spend time with your family, guys. Spend as much time as you can with your family. They're not going to be around forever. It's 5 minutes and the stream is ending. Bentley guy, I'll end the stream when I want to end it. Okay, so don't be that person. Don't be that kid in school that says, hey, we don't like you know how everyone says like the teacher's like, do we have a homework assignment that you guys need to turn in? And then you're that kid that's like, yeah, sir, we did have a homework assignment. And you just made everybody in that classroom, your worst enemy right there. I'm joking. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap things up, guys. All right. I'm staring at the timer. I know it's already been past 5 minutes. I know. All right, guys. So listen, this has been your boy Rosy the Rascal 15. I hope. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed my stream. Hope you all had a wonderful time with me. Hope you all are having a great week. Hope you're all enjoying your Christmas vacation. And if your neighbors are pissing you off like mine, I'm sorry. Hopefully your neighbors aren't as toxic as mine. But other than that, hope you guys are doing great. Bentley Guy says, I think Zach is looking up my shirt. No, yeah, Zach. Oh man, don't be mean, guys. Come on, hey, he's a man of culture, okay? He's like everybody. I'm sure every guy looks up a picture of my every now and then. Uh, all right, Chuman. By the way, if Chuman, if you keep spamming the same comment and I didn't answer, that's because I did read it and I'm ignoring it because I'm not acknowledging it. So please don't spam the same comment. Thank you. Gonzalo says, I would beat up Shadow for a Klondike bar. Schumann says, you are C cool. I am C cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, again, guys, hope everyone enjoyed their vacation. Sorry if I was a savage this stream. I mean, not gonna lie, some of the things you guys said were a little bit crazy, so don't get mad. It's just me, okay? It's my sense of humor. Hopefully, you guys don't get pissed off, okay? If you guys got offended, I apologize, but just remember, if you're coming here with a silly question, don't think I'm gonna be not funny about it. That's great, NS55. You know, if you still have your games, hold on to them. Sometimes when you're an adult, you have to sell your games because you get older and you have to do something called paying bills and helping out your family. So sometimes you don't have a choice when you want to sell your games. Not it's part of life. But yeah, no, you should hang on to some things you like. Maybe they hold a lot of personal, sentimental value that way. All right, guys. Anyways, I've talked long enough, guys. All right. Uh, Thank you, NS55. But no, I'm fine. I'm happy with what I have, NS55. I don't need a new PS3. I'm happy with what I have. But yeah, take care, guys. Have a great one. Uh, he says, no, mine are worse. They are doing a party and don't let me sleep. Oh, I'm sorry about that if your neighbors are keeping you up, Chuman. I'm really sorry about that. Hopefully they're doing, hopefully they're not making you too mad. I'm sorry. I apologize. Hopefully I'm able to make you relax. And sorry if I was being a smarty pants with you. That's just my sense of humor. Anytime, just don't get offended. Again, I'm not trying to be mean to you guys. Again, just being funny to you guys. As they go, I'm just busting your balls a little bit, as they say, as the Italians say. All right. Bentley says goodbye, comrade, and goodbye to you. I don't know if you're Russian. I'm sorry. I hope that didn't come off offensive. But goodbye. Hopefully you have a great one. Salvador's Life says, I remember I watched your old Sonic Plus videos. I think a lot of people watch my Sonic Plus videos. Wow, really? Bentley Guy says, I'm half Asian, I'm half Russian. That's a really cool combination. I think the only thing I'm like half Spanish and half American, so yeah. Willie Jackson says, have I heard of Shin Megami Tensei? Yes, I have. All right, guys. All right, that's it. No more questions, guys. That's it. We're done. No more questions, guys. All right. Been your boy, Rosy 15. Take care, guys. I look forward to seeing you guys on my next video. My next video will be my top 22 Mortal Kombat waifus. Yes, I will be ranking all the female fighters from the Mortal Kombat series, all the way from 1992's Mortal Kombat, all the way to the most recent 2019's MK11. So look forward to that countdown. I will be uploading it possibly by this Friday, God willing. All right, guys, have a great one. Take care. Have a great one. Hasta luego. Adios Ladania. Bon voyage. I'm trying to think of other things to say in other languages. Konnichiwa. No, that's hi in Japanese. How do you say goodbye in Japanese? Does anybody know? Whatever Japanese is, whatever goodbye is in Japanese. Take care, guys. Have a great one. And Rosy 15 out. So go see the first Matrix. Wonderful movie. And the second, third one, you can kind of skip them. But the first one I do recommend. Hopefully you guys catch the fourth one. Let me know what you guys think of it. Hopefully the fourth one's pretty good. I'm actually wanting to see it. I'm probably gonna go see it with my friends in the theater this weekend. So sayonara, it's sayonara. Thank you, NS55 Willie Jackson. Thank you for correcting me on how to say goodbye in Japanese. All right, guys, take care. Have a wonderful one. I will probably do another live stream in the future. Probably do a live stream, not on a movie review. I'll probably just do a live stream. Just I'll call it. I'll most likely do a a good. I'll probably mostly do a New Year's live stream in the future. So I'll try to see if I can do one day before New Year's, and maybe we can even get the fireworks in the background on the live stream, and then you can probably hear all my dogs yelling and all my neighbors getting drunk and yelling and shit. That'd be pretty fun to catch on camera. Anyways, Rosie out. And yeah, Gonzalo says, "Do you remember when you were crazy?" I'm always crazy, Gonzalo. I just do a good job at hiding it. All right, that's it, guys. No more questions. Rosie Ross 15 out. Peace. Take care, guys. I love you all so much. Thank you all for staying and watching this. If you already left the stream, then you guys can always catch it on my YouTube channel. I don't know why I'm doing my hands like this, guys. Yes, like NS55 says, have a Merry Christmas. Have a Happy Holidays. I love you guys. Spend time with your friends and family. Just watch the first Matrix. Can't stress that enough. Have a happy holidays. Have a happy Hanukkah. And to quote the Angry Video Game Nerd, and if you're not happy with me saying happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah, then happy shut the hell up. All right. Take care, everyone. God bless. Rosie out.